It's summer, guys, and there's gonna be kids making all kinds of noises when I'm filming now. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you guys an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you stayed for a while, grabbed a snack, and clicked the subscribe button. I would love to have you. I am on the journey and hopefully I achieve this goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2021, and you can definitely help me by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. So today's video, we are going to do quick little reviews on two eyeshadow palettes. The first one is the KKW Beauty Glitz Glam eyeshadow palette, and the second one is the Natasha Danona mini Zendo palette. So the main reason I am doing this video is because I don't feel like a whole video could be dedicated to one or the other, so I decided just to put the two together and do a quick little first impressions review on both eyeshadow palettes. So if that sounds like something you would like to see, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so let's get started with palette number one and the look I'll be creating with palette number one, and that is the KKW Beauty. This is the Glitz Glam eyeshadow palette. So this is not a new palette. It's new to me though. And this is what the palette looks like. Beautiful warm tone colors. Well, I feel like it's half and half. But why don't we go ahead and get started with creating a look with this eyeshadow palette. It's brand new, I haven't even touched it. Let me show you some swatches real quick. Okay, here are the swatches. Sorry, my watch is in the way. So the top row and then the bottom row. This black actually feels pretty dry, so I'm not happy about that, but you know what? I don't use black too often. So definitely creating a smoky look with this eyeshadow palette, but I am totally okay with that. So why don't we go ahead and get started? All right, so I did prime my eyes with the eye primers by Makeup by Mario. This is the Master Eye Prep and Set. I did end up picking that up and leaving it up here in my film room so that I would not forget eye primer, since I seem to do that a lot. Okay, so we're gonna start with the little cranberry shade here, and I believe this is called Crashed Cranberry. And I'm going to start this on the outer and inner corner. I'm using a Sigma E45, like a small little. And I did dip into that color very lightly because I don't want to start off too dark. It is pretty late, well, not pretty late, but it's later in the afternoon. So if the light starts to go down, then I'll have to turn on my studio lights. So if the lighting changes, that is why. Okay, this is what that shade is looking like. It's a beautiful color and it blended out very beautifully. Now I'm going to dip into the brown in the palette, which is called Cove. And I'm using a Sigma E42 brush, just like a tiny little brush. And I'm going to use this to kind of deepen up the inner and outer corner just a tiny bit, not too much. Okay, now I am going to go into North Star, the gold one, and Moonlight Glow, this one right here. And I'm going to use like a small precision brush. I'm going to put this gold right on the outside. And then I'll go with that other shade right in the middle. Even though it looks like it's a white, it actually has like a shift to it. I feel like it's a warm shift. Almost like maybe like a light yellow. And these are performing pretty good with the brush. All right, now I'm going into that moonlight shade. Can you see? It's like, it looks white on the pan, but it has a shift to it. Okay, this is what we have. Now I am going to go into that crushed cranberry shade right here, and I'm going to bring that all over the lower lash line. I'm going to use the same E45 brush, and I dipped into it pretty lightly. As you can see, this is going to be a pretty smoky eye. It's all you can pretty much create with this eyeshadow palette. I think that's why it was called Glitz and Glam, you know? All right, now with the smaller brush that I used earlier, the E42, I'm going to dig into that clove color, the pretty brown. And I'm going to focus this only on the outer part of the lower lash line and go about halfway through, not all the way. Stop right here. Okay guys, and here is the finished look. It's super glam for sure. I definitely feel like this is an eyeshadow palette for somebody that really loves smoky eye looks and doesn't want too many like colors to work with, because technically you only have these 3 colors to work with as far as like putting it on your crease and your outer corner, inner corner, and just smoking it out, and then the 3 shimmers. So definitely a palette for somebody who loves smoky eyes. I definitely feel like this is a more like nighttime, date night, maybe wedding type of palette. But here is the eye look I came up with. I do feel like it's pretty and it's super smoky and it's super glam, and I definitely like what I created. Can't wait to keep playing with this. I hope you guys like these fast little reviews of palettes. I just feel like dedicating one whole video on like a small palette like this is just not enough, so that's why I'm doing this small little video of 2 small palettes and a look with each palette, and just kind of give you my quick first impressions on them. The only reason I bought this KKW eyeshadow palette is because it was on sale and I placed an order on KKW and I needed to reach $50 so I can get free shipping, so that is why I purchased this eyeshadow palette. But I did want to create a look and just kind of see what I thought about it, and I do think it's a good palette, especially if you like these kinds of tones and these kinds of dramatic glam eye looks. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and move on to eyeshadow palette number 2 and look number 2. All right guys, so I brought you in closer so we can get started. All right, now we are moving on to palette number 2, which is the Natasha Danona mini Zendo palette. Like I said in the review of the Zendo palette on my channel, I'll link the video down below. When I went to Sephora, I saw this little bad boy by the cash register and I decided I needed to pick it up. So that's why we're here, so we can test this bad boy out. I'm super excited to dip into this. I did already set my eyes. I used the Makeup by Mario Master Eye Prep and Set. So far, I've really been enjoying it. All right, here are swatches of the palette. This is from the like dark peachy color going all the way down to that dark shimmer brown. Yeah, this shimmer shade right here, it's like a very lackluster. This one is way more vibrant and just shimmery and beautiful compared to this one. But man, these 2 mattes, they are so creamy and so buttery. Oh my gosh, they felt amazing while I was watching them. And wow, this is darker than I thought it was going to be. It's a beautiful color. So why don't we go ahead and get started with this eye look. All right guys, if my eyes are a little bit red, it's because I already did an eye look. We're going to start with this little shade right here, and I'm using an over brush. It's just a fluffy little brush. And we are going to slap this on the crease. Oh, super buttery soft shade. Look at that. It's funny doing a look with like a KKW Beauty eyeshadow palette first and then moving to a Natasha Danona palette. There's just no comparison. I mean, don't get me wrong, KKW Beauty eyeshadow palettes are pretty good quality. Their mattes are great. They do blend out beautifully, at least the ones that I have tried. When you compare like the softness and the butteriness of the shades, especially the mattes, there's just no comparing the KKW Beauty to the Natasha Danona, and I'm feeling that right now. But this is a beautiful shade, and it is a beautiful crease shade. All right, there is that shade. I think it definitely looks a little bit darker than it does in the pan, doesn't it? I feel like it does. Anyways, now we're going to go into the little deeper matte shade in here, and we're going to use this in the outer corner. I am using a Sigma E25. Oh my gosh, guys. Yeah, there is no comparison with Natasha Danona formula versus KKW. So in case you were wondering, Natasha Danona wins hands down. Oh, that's a beautiful shade. Now I am going to go into this little like peachy shimmery shade, and then I'm going to go in with this one. I did end up bringing both of those colors on my lower lash line. I'm going to use my finger for that first little peachy shade, and it's going to go right on my lid. This eye look is certainly very soft, so if these are your kinds of shades, then you are going to love this eyeshadow palette. I definitely don't think this shimmer shade is performing as amazing as I thought it was going to, and I think from the reviews that I have seen, that's what some people said about this specific shimmer shade. All right, now I'm going to pick up like that almost minty green shimmer in the palette. I am going to use a little like flat packing brush, and I'm going to use this dry, see how it performs. Oh yeah, that performs beautifully. Way better than that other shade, that's for sure. Alright guys, and this is the final eye look. Super pretty, super fun, simple. I am out of daylight outside. Hopefully it's enough lights. My new lights did come in, I just haven't had time to put them up, so hopefully soon. But yes, here is the final eye look. Super pretty, using the mini Zendo palette. Let me zoom you out. Okay, and this is the final look. Super cute. So I definitely did enjoy playing with the mini Zendo palette. The only problem is this shade right here. It's just not as vibrant, or it doesn't pop as much as the other two shimmers in this palette. But other than that, I really did enjoy playing with it. I definitely enjoyed the eye look that I created. I think it's super beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Buying makeup, and I bought these two palettes. What is a fun way of creating a video where I can use both eyeshadow palettes? I just don't think a video dedicated to each palette is enough, at least not right now, because these aren't like brand new eyeshadow palettes that just came out. So yeah, I just hope you really enjoyed the quick little review on each of the palette and the quick little eye look that I created with each one of them. I had fun. I played with makeup, which I absolutely love. I will go ahead and link everything that I used on my face down below, so make sure to check that out in case you see something that you like. I would love it if you gave this video a big old thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm and hopefully bring in some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you clicked the subscribe button. I would love to have you. Like I have mentioned in a good amount of my videos, I am on the journey of reaching 1,000 subscribers, so hopefully you guys can help me out in achieving that goal by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.